last decade or so, the idea of the law of attraction has become pretty mainstream. You've probably heard of it by now, and maybe someone even recommended that you read or watch The Secret. If you haven't heard of the law of attraction or could use a refresher, no worries. We'll be going over all the basics today, starting with what it is. The law of attraction is said to be a force that is at work at all times, attracting the things that we focus on into our lives. Essentially, it boils down to like attracts like. That means if you have a positive mindset, you attract good things into your life, and if you have a negative one, it's less favorable things that you attract. Every area of our lives, including our careers, relationships, health, and finances, is affected by the law of attraction. Proponents of the philosophy say that because it's our attention that determines what our lives are like, we can attract the things that we want if we manage where our attention goes. The key is to shift our focus, keeping it on the things that we want and away from the things that we don't want. It can be difficult to do, but there are a few commonly used techniques that can help anyone to do it. One of the simplest and most popular techniques is the use of a vision board. The first step is, of course, to make your own vision board. Make a list of all the things you want. They could be material objects, a particular job, a loving relationship, a state of being, anything at all. Once you've clearly defined, and this is really important, you have to clearly define it, collect images that reflect on the things that you want and assemble them into a collage. Now this might seem pretty cheesy, but it works if you believe in it. You can also include words or phrases if they help express your goals. You can assemble them in any way that you like, but it's a good idea to use something like a corkboard so that you can add more or remove images as time goes on. When you feel good about how your board looks, hang it up somewhere that you'll see it a lot. Its purpose is to act as a reminder of where your focus should be so that you have a clear view that it's important. For sake of practicality, you must know that putting this board up isn't going to get you closer to your goal. It's the fact that it will influence you that is important. Now, every time you see the board, take a minute and think of the things on it, and imagine how it would feel to already have those things. Feel happy, feel excited, feel grateful. Deciding on what you want to have formed an intention, but the emotion tied to the intention is a huge part of attracting what you want. Placing your focus without putting energy behind it basically leaves it dead in the water. Affirmations are another way to help you shift your focus. Affirmations are phrases that reinforce positive feelings and help you stick with a new mindset. So, for example, if you've been sick but you want to get healthy, try saying an affirmation like, "My body is strong and resilient." As you say the words, imagine that your body is already strong and resilient, that you've already reached your goal of health. Now this sounds really hocus pocusy, but it's true, or at least it seems it. I remember reading a story about some kid that he had cancer, and before he went to bed every night, he was really young and he was really into Star Wars, and every night he would imagine stormtroopers and fighter jets attacking the cancer cells in his body. Within a couple months, the cancer just magically disappeared. It was amazing. Focus on how it feels and hold on to it for a couple minutes. Again, the emotion behind your intention is really important to attract what you want. I recently watched the movie Split, and I know that is a fictional movie, but the idea that our brains control the rest of our body and can do amazing things is totally true. The third technique is visualization. It should be done while you're very relaxed, ideally while meditating. Start by finding a suitable place to do your visualization. Pick somewhere where you can get really comfortable, somewhere that's indoors or outdoors. It depends on yourself. In silence or quiet music, you just have to be self-aware. Whatever works for you is great. Breathe deeply. Clear your mind, and if you can, get into a meditative state. Then build a picture in your mind of what you want. See the goal with as much detail as possible. Include scents, sounds, physical sensations, and even smell if you can. And don't imagine the road to reaching your goal, just the goal itself. For example, if you want to be a teacher, imagine being in your classroom. Imagine writing on the chalkboard for your students, or blackboard. Can you feel the dustiness of the chalk? Can you hear your students behind you? What does your classroom look like to you? Once you have a clear image of your goal, the thing that you desire, imagine how it would feel to attain that goal. Hold on to the joy, confidence, pride, comfort, and other positive feelings that come up and affirm them that that's what you want to attract. Now, while you're going through this process of realigning your thinking, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. One is to make sure that your focus is on the positive of what you want to do, as opposed to what you don't want. So, returning to the health example, focus on becoming healthy, not on overcoming illness. Focus on do's instead of don'ts. If you focus on overcoming illness, the idea of illness is still included with your focus, which could attract more of it. So keep the subject what you want to make sure you're not accidentally attracting the opposite. Just like Improvement Pills video on the same topic, I highly recommend you go watch it. It was amazing. I loved it. Our brains are basically problem-solving machines, and we can't solve a problem if we don't focus on the solution. Another thing to mention is that it's not only your conscious focus that impacts what you attract. Your subconscious mind and your unconscious mind both have an effect too. Changing the beliefs hidden below the surface can be tricky, but it's doable. As you consciously change your focus, you might notice doubts and fears come to light. As they do, try to work through them. Do your best to figure out why you feel those fears and let them go. Then, as you continue to reinforce your new positive beliefs, they will start to replace the underlying negativity that might have been helping you to attract the things that you don't want. This step can definitely take time, but keep at it and you'll notice the changes in the way you think and feel over time. And then there's the importance of letting go. As important as it is to hold focus on the things you desire, there also has to be some amount of release as well. Obsessing can turn negative if you don't get what you want right away or in the way that you expect it. It'll lead to doubt and disappointment, which definitely won't attract the things that you're after. Let go of your expectations and trust that what you want will come to you. But letting go doesn't mean that you can just sit back and wait. There's a misconception that using the law of attraction to get things means that they will just fall into your lap. While this is always a possibility, chances are that you're still going to have to put in the hard work for that new job or take steps towards meeting that someone special. You might attract opportunities, and this is very important. You might attract opportunities that lead you to your end goal. Your mind will search for and find opportunities, and if you don't act, you'll never get there. Take advantage of these stepping stones that you have created by these positive affirmations that you've worked hard to bring into your life. They will lead you to where you want to be. And those are the basics of the law of attraction. You might be thinking, this sounds pretty new agey, and honestly it is popular among new age groups, but there are scientific reasons to believe that the way you think affects how you feel. Take the placebo effect. If you believe a pill will make you better, it often will, regardless of whether it's actually medicine or a simple sugar pill. There are countless documented cases of people experiencing spontaneous remission from serious conditions after a shift in the way that they think. If your thoughts and feelings can affect your body, is it so unreasonable to believe that they can affect other parts of your life too? I hope this helped you give an accurate idea of what the law of attraction is and how people claim it can be used to achieve their goals. If there's something you want to change about your life, why not try out some of the techniques covered in this video and just see what happens? Just experiment. This is the #1 rule that I found out in life that works amazingly. Take something, test it for a while, and if it works, keep using it. And if you've tried these techniques before, let me know in the comments what your experience was like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want more videos like this, subscribe.